Yeah, that's better. So, welcome to those on YouTube just joining. That was a bit messy. I'll put a link to this video actually into the other videos chat box. Yeah, for those on Twitch, you didn't even notice, but there was like a weird video created on YouTube because I did not notice that I set it to the wrong setting. Just a little thingy. I'm not even sure where I put that thing. Maybe it didn't even come through, I don't know. Well, anyway, now I'm streaming to the right one. Should be good. Yes. All right, good. So let's go on with the networking thing. So last time I basically set up the start of a TNet, which is a networking library. Now I should actually check. Yeah, that's not the one I need. There's a different project that we're working on. Outranked. Let's close Hexball as well. Yeah, no, that's what I said. The Restream IO one, that's the weird one. I couldn't find it anymore though. It's still there? Huh. Interesting. It says live, but it's finished, right? Yeah, that one is finished. I will actually just edit that thing and delete it. Can I? Just delete it. Nope. Because it was still online. Well, YouTube thought it was still online. I don't know. I'll delete that one later, but or I actually can in that one. Moving to the correct video. Bam, there we go. All right, so in that one I just put the link to the correct one. All right, so later on I'll just delete that. But thanks for noticing. Yeah, that's what you get when you start a bit late. Actually just going to check out what I was doing here, but also oh yeah, I added a lot of store stuff because I went on. Yeah, that's not needed. This is needed. Hey, hello. The other mod. You've got mod rights now there. You can kick people and stuff. Stage that. And this I will not stage because I've been trying a lot of stuff meanwhile, in between streams. And that's just, whoop. We'll commit this as in artwork preliminary. Yeah, you like that, huh? Artwork for stores. So that's just some basic store page setup for. Let's see, I can grab it here. I think Outranked in the beta mode. Yeah, this is just, it's nothing yet. It's just a placeholder. What do you call that? Like artwork for setting up the Steam page, because you have to set it up first, and then they can review it, and then they can then only then you can open a Steam page for the game. So basically, it's all set there, and the pricing is in. So, and then they can review it, and everybody here can get beta keys. So if you want one, definitely. Well, if you want one, I'm just gonna force them on you. No, I'll send each and everyone that wants it. I'll send them a. Whoa, what's that? Oh, just it touch. Yeah, so adds preliminary artwork for stores. That's one, and then I can commit and push that. But I should first rebase this onto the other thing that I did, namely actually getting the networking thing to work. Last time I was fiddling with networking. I was also fiddling with how to test. So I've got a little a Unity tip. So here we go. When you're working on a network game in Unity, actually goes for other engines as well, but I'm just now calling it a Unity tip because that's what I'm doing. You can run multiple versions, like multiple instances of your engine, of course. Yeah, connection working. That's the one I wanted to have. I push this, and then this can go there. So there's the normal folder, and then there is. Let me also enable this so you can see where I click. Yes. There is another one, and I just called it Outranked 2, and it's the same computer, but it's a different. Why is it not here anymore? There's a lot here. And Outranked 2. So opening Outranked 1 and Outranked 2, I've got two Unity projects open now, and the thing that is a bitch normally is to just make sure that all the assets from one yes, there we go. Well, this assets folder needs to be completely copied to that assets folder before you start the other one. Well, I found this little program, and that is I'll link it as well. Whoop. This program, free file sync, and it is actually, it's just an open source thingy that yeah, I mean it just monitors a folder and it copies to somewhere else, and it's cross-platform. So I've been using it on macOS, but I've also installed it on Windows. So this thing simply can copy whenever my files. You can set all this up yourself, but why would I? So real-time sync is the thing I'm starting now, and then there's this. It takes a file that I've saved with settings, and actually just I do start. It's sitting here in the taskbar, and as soon as I change a file in this project, it will copy it to the other one. There's a delay of 10 seconds because of, like, if during those 10 seconds other files are still changing, it won't start copying. I found that actually, I'm gonna stop this now. I found that a bit long. So I'm gonna change this setting. This one, configuration. Oh, what? Hold on. Can I open that one? Ah, now there it goes. There is. Huh. Where was it? There was something. Ah. Some other setting, I guess. Let me see. No, those are all the settings, huh? There was a setting somewhere that said if nothing, if it's still detecting changes during 10 seconds. What the hell? I don't remember where it was then. That's weird. All right, let's just. Whoa, what are we going here? Retry. I'm gonna just start it again. Real-time sync. Oh, here, minimum idle. It's just at real-time sync. Minimum idle time. So I'll say 3 seconds. So 3 seconds after the last change is done to a file, it will also copy it to the other folder. So that one is on now. I'm actually gonna turn, I'm gonna turn that icon on always so that I see it's running. Yep, there. All right. And then, yeah, so now when I change one in here, then it will also change one in there. Oh, I actually didn't open the second one on PC yet. That's why I didn't show. I hadn't done that. Well, for now, what I've done since last time. All right, so let's go here. I've made multiple scenes. So that's one thing. There's a server scene, which just says server scene. There's a game client scene, which says client scene. And then there's game test, which is the actual scene that's going to be loaded. So there's one thing going on here with the bias of the shadows. Somehow it makes everything super, it's not biasing the normals correctly. That's if, of course, that's in this setting. Shadow bias, they're on 0. That's better. Yeah, you shouldn't set them to 0, then it will shadow every possible little vertex that you have there. So this is better. Not even every vertex, it will even shade every pixel of the shadow buffer. Well, let's not get into those details right now. Another few things that I did here is I changed these models so that their scale is, it's actually not correct right now. I've been tweaking that process between Blender and Unity. There's a lot of different ways to do it wrong, exporting the FBX, and there's just a few ways to do it right. Actually, this isn't one of them, but right now I don't really care because I'm just interested in the networking side. And once we get to making like V2 versions of this, I'll actually re-rig it and just copy the movement, retarget the movement from the old rig to the new rig, so that the scaling, the thing is, if you make this is actually a Blender tip. I don't have a thing for that, like a quick Blender tip. In Blender, if you're making a something that needs to be to scale in Unity in the end, then you really want to only rig it when the scale is right, because if you go and change the rig scale after actually binding it, it's not going to go right. Also, there's a lot of different ways to do exporting to Unity. There's a plugin as well, and the plugin works, but it works only if you actually do binding via skin, and this is not a skinned character. It's simply bones that are parented. So I parented the object to a bone, which still makes it possible to make those nice action clips, but also it makes it impossible to use that add-on to export the FBX. So I actually exported this using default settings, and the scale is correct now. So maybe I'll make a little video about all this on YouTube, like a little bit scripted, because I'm not going to go into that very long now. What I do want to go into right now, so the other thing I did, that is the, let's go back to the server scene, the network manager, which I might want to rename. Actually, I'm going to do that now to see if my syncing is working. Let's look at this scene, this project, server scene. Yeah, all right. 2D, nice. Server scene actually doesn't need a camera rig and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna change all this to like be definitely be a server. Does it need this? Yes. Does it need that? Yes. Doesn't need a light. Another light. Post-processing. The rig. Alright, so that's nice. Now it just looks like something super simple. And the rest will come with the other scene. So I'm saving this, and 3 seconds later it should sync to the other one. Yes, reload. And there we go. Nice. It did it. Cool. So that's nice. So free file sync. Just look it up. Hey, I see some others that I know. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I was renaming the network manager script because network manager is actually something that Unity already used. So let's say I'm gonna call it network logic. Doesn't really matter a lot. It's just, yes, that's what I mean. You indeed. Oh, of course, I have to rename the script as well, so I'm just gonna open it. I have to rename the class, I mean. Right. Let's see, network logic. And there we go. Should be fine. Now it should be able to open it again. But come on, did I not? There's something weird always with this. Opening the wrong file or something. No, it did save. Interesting. So, oh, I didn't see that. Network logic. Network logic. Yeah, so I moved the channel ID to network logic, so there we go. No issues. Network logic. All right, so basically there's a thing that I did last time. Let's go here. The network logic script. What I did last time, I did connect and then I did join, but I have to wait until it's connected before you can do join. So I have to register the on connect event, and then over there I do join channel, and there it does work. So basically right now what I could do, and I hope that it will work, do I have the prefab in there? No. The prefab should be called what? That's player spawner, of course. Base guy blue. Let's not call him base guy anymore. I call him Ranky now. It's just outranked Ranky. I don't know. It's basically a bad name, but it doesn't matter. Ranky blue. Hey, hello. That's nice to see you here. Yeah, let's see. So what? This is a lot of programming here. Not doing some art. So yeah, it's going great. Let's see. What am I doing? Yes, I wanted to make the prefab out of this guy, who's on his face right now. Yeah, that's, oh no, I should do it in the other scene. So in game test, there's Ranky. Yeah, there he is. And he would have the character script on there. I'm not sure if I should put that on there later, but yeah. I know. Well, I already had Unity Plus, but I'm using it on like 4 or 5 different computers. So I was only able to use the dark mode on 2, and now it's so much better. It just, my eyes, it does not hurt anymore. Let's see, Ranky should be a prefab. There we go. Not gonna do a variant. because it's a model. And then why is it on his face? Well, it should not be when I actually clone in here. No, okay, that's good. So now that I have Ranky here, I'm gonna call this Ranky Blue, and I'm gonna put that in resources. This one I don't need anymore. And now there, it should, as soon as I've saved all this and it's copied it to the other one, gonna reload. Let's see, do I have the prefab here in resources? Yes. So if over here I start the client scene, which doesn't have this tick set, run server, and over here I run the server scene, server scene, which does have that one set. Now the whole networking thing should work. And like 2 days ago, I don't know. Well, anyway, off stream it did work immediately, so that was really nice. That made me think that I did buy the right. Oh God, is there still a wrong reference there somewhere? Base Sky Blue. Where am I doing that? That's weird. But anyway, the on my other test, it did actually work. I'm gonna put this one. Oh yeah, this is of course the other project. This should actually be the small phone test scene thing, and auto rotation, but not on portrait mode. All right, and the other one is server, so that actually should just be like this. Doesn't really matter a lot, but still. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see, where do I still have the Ranky Blue? That's weird. Somewhere there's still a reference to Base Sky Blue. Huh. That's super weird. I'm just gonna search the entire solution for Base Sky. It's not in there, so what are you talking about there? Why is it doing this? Oh, I remember now. So basically what I should do is clean out that server dat file, because it's gonna reload everything I did before. Can I actually start it without a file name? Yep, I can. I will then. Just no persistence yet. Maybe I should make a note. I should in fact make a note to do set file name for persistence. Right. Okay, there. Yo. Enjoy that. I've got one here. Well, half one here. Let's see. That's the server running. No errors? Nope. And then okay, no errors. That's good. So in this client thingy, well, this thing can walk around, but that's actually cheating. It's just local still. I should be able to press the space bar. Ha! It instantiates one of those guys. It's not correctly rotated and stuff like that yet, but if I'm correct, yes, you see this on the server one, it has also instantiated that thing. That's what I wanted. Really cool. So basically the only thing I did for that, just showing what I did off stream, what I had to do is join channel, opening that scene. That's just it. And then I would spawn, super simple. I check if we're in the channel. It's actually not necessary right now because it just works, but just doing that just to make sure. Oh no, it's not to make sure. I wanted to log that error. I instantiate that thing. That's it. I give it this identity, so actually should be, let's think, the Ranky Blue. I should also, that's actually very much nicer way of doing this. So let's do this. I will make a reference to the prefab, Ranky prefab, so that that's small, and I'll use the name of that thing here, so that it will always, oh god, Ranky prefab dot name. That will always be correct. And then the other thing is I can actually use its correct orientation here, transform.rotation, and it should copy the rotation that I've set on the prefab, which I'm pretty sure I did set. Oh, hold on. I'm in this scene, of course. But it's syncing automatically. Oh, I like this. Prefab. Sorry, resources. Ranky Blue. Ranky Blue has this rotation. So right now, I think if I would start the server, start the client. Oh, damn. Forgot that. I should have, of course, assign it still. I'm not sure if I should actually even be. I'll put all the prefabs in resources and won't use prefabs for now. Not sure if I'm gonna do that though. It's just all the prefabs. No, sorry. Damn. It should still be different. I'm going to do it differently though. So local prefabs. Local prefabs. And then that rank icon is not one that's actually, yeah, this way it will be more clear to me. Rank icon is a prefab I'm going to use locally. It's not going to be a networked object, and resources has the actual network prefabs. Other thing I could do is make a prefabs folder and put resources in there. Doesn't really matter a lot. I think this might be easy. If I later I think it's not, then I'll do it differently. I'll delete these two, by the way. No, actually, red team Ranky should still be made into a prefab as well, though just to save it for now. Those two are gone. That one has nothing to follow, which I should still change. If there's a target, this is the overriding that Unity does for null check. So this means is not null. So if it's set, then I'm gonna do this. That's one thing I had a problem with last time. Player spawner. That one should actually spawn the player's prefab, and that now is gonna be this one. Ranky red. Just resetting its transform. What else do we need to do? That one is okay. And let's just, I could put that on the camera as well. No, I'm just gonna do it like that. This is two directional lights, so actually gonna rename those. 2. And then player spawner should also tell floor or not. Yes, to control. Player spawner should tell floor and camera rig which one to follow. Or can it? It's void. So basically not. It cannot. There's only one floor, I guess, for now. Let's make this a singleton. If I don't want that later, maybe I'll change that back. I'll make it a public singleton instance, and then Kawi. Awake, yes. Instance is this. All right, and then the same actually goes for the dampened follow. Lazy programming. Oh, actually had that already. That's even worse. Well. And then instance, public static, dampened follow, instance. There we go. Now in character, which should be player character. Yeah. This should have a Boolean that no. Yes. Is the player, and I should set that on the one that I'm spawning. Is that true? No, I can't just do that because the prefab. Damn, how am I supposed to? I need to follow that. I need to see about it's calling that, and the game object gets back there, but it can't. It will return this, but somehow this thing does not get served back to to this call. That's not nice, but I'll have to see how they do that actually in TNet. For now, I will actually put it on the. Oh, hold on, I can do that here. Basically, position, rotation, and true, which should be an extra value here, is player. Let's say local player. All right, so prefab.instantiate, and then on the game object dot get component character, I will set the is local player to true, which I am going to change here. Oops, internal, and that's not is player. I wanted to make it is local player. Yeah, let's make it internal. Is local player with a. I'm not sure if I can need that later, so well, lowercase, camel case is local player. So right now I'm telling I'm telling that I'm instantiating the local player here, and that does not work because this will be called on all the. No, okay, I need to do it differently. Damn. I'm gonna see how that works. Taking ownership. I'm not gonna try to figure that out without looking at the actual documentation of TNet. Right now I'm just gonna see if this all went through. Actually, I have to do the thing that I actually wanted to do there. Oh no, actually there. That's why I made this. So set will be local player is value, and then also, oh yeah, and the other thing what I was doing is oh yeah, I have to set floor target dot instance dot target something to control. Oh, that doesn't work. Let's say public. And here, oh, that already is public. So to control, and then I rename this because it's public, and I'm using .NET standard, so that's capital. To control should be this, and then for dampened follow dot instance dot target, and that is a game object. No, transform. Now when it instances this, I should be able to control the instanced thing, and then probably it doesn't sync. I'm pretty sure it doesn't sync the its transform yet, because it would be a weird network library if you could just put a instantiate an object and it would automatically sync its transform. I think you would definitely want it to, alright, to be specifically, yeah, it needs to be specifically set up for that, because there's going to be a huge number of objects that doesn't need transform, that don't need transform syncing. Yeah, that's true. There's an object, and now I can control it. Nice. And the camera also follows it, so that does work. Now the thing is, probably in the other one, yeah, I can also control it, but it wouldn't have. Yeah, so the next thing to set up, okay, and I can move all the way to the left here and all the way to the right there. Now they need to sync, and they need to have ownership. That's two things actually. Let's see what happens. Disconnected. That one disappears. Nice. It should actually just close down the game if the server disconnects, but that's just something for later. Let's first get the core game going, so that important, so that so that we can test it. Actually, we can send it to every one of you and more people, and then just get it going to see if it works actually, because we've got this idea that this game could be so much fun, but okay, so now I'm actually gonna go into the documentation, plugins. Oh, I forgot to do the same thing I did with Hedgepool set up in stream. Just put this behind me so that you can actually see everything that's useful. There. Now there's just a console I don't use behind me. That's better. Alright. Same, actually same for here. General console goes there. There, that's better. Alright, so next up, yes, the documentation. TNet. Examples, documentation, and then there was this autosync example. So blah blah blah. It's an example. Touch handler sync TN autosync synchronized properties. Yes, that's what I hoped for. actually, another thing that I'm gonna open is auto join, because no, not auto join, creation, object creation. There was stuff falling here, so that's syncing. All right. TN sync rigid body. So, that should be funny. There's no ownership. Don't see anything about ownership here yet. Do I? Oh, is mine. All right. What does that mean? Oh, let me see. Let me see there. Oh, that's two. Interesting. So basically, if I go here to character, there's already something is local player. So is mine is set on what? On TNO? What's TNO? That's TNet object, TNO. Where do they set this? Okay, let's see, TNO. Interesting. They never said it anywhere, so interesting. That should... Okay, so that's probably, this is explanation of the default of the test scene, so I should be able to find that in this example scene. Example scene, object creation, and example create. That does not have anything. All right, so created cube is a resource. Created cube has, all right, TN sync rigid body indeed, TN object, and then, all right, nothing. I don't even know where they do that then. Okay, let's find that thing. TNO.isMine. There we go. TN autosync. TN sync rigid body does it. TNO is mine. That's just what I wanted to know. All right. This one I don't see often. Non-serialized. Just to do the opposite thing of, I want it to be public, but I don't want it to be visible in Unity. A lot of times it's like hide in editor, but non-serialized actually doesn't even try to save an extra null value, which is more efficient. So it's good to see that the creator of a network library is using efficient coding standards. Oh, oops. All right, so I'm going to go back to my own scenes and go to, to game test. The player spawner will true is nonsense, and that is also nonsense, though. Yeah, I should check that when it's instantiated it should awaken, but will it already have that then? I would say not sure, so I'm gonna do it in on enable. On enable says if oh no, there I actually have to get the yeah, character needs, hey Aaron, doing nasty stuff with networking now, but it is kind of working already, so it's a lot better than last time. And I'm actually reading some documentation as well, so that makes it easier. I require a, what you call it, TN object. Yes, that's what it was. And then I have to store it. So the local player thing is not used. I will use this somewhere else. Namely, if something, then I use those lines. And that something would be TN object. Oh, TN object. Let's just use their convention. Yeah, it's not bad. TNO.isMine. Yes. That makes sense. And now I just have to put that on there. Because it's not going to do that automatically. I've got some warnings here. Yes. Why? Oh, serialize. No. Get. TN object. Oops. Yes. Okay. That should do that. And then there's some other warnings. Is never assigned to, blah blah blah. And floor target.cam as well. Oh, is never used. Interesting. Yes, because I'm using, that's another thing I changed from last time. I'm now using the iPointer down handler because of the new event system, the new input system on Unity. The on mouse down message is not sent so to an object with colliders. In the past, you could just say on mouse down, and it would automatically be called if you would press the mouse on that thing. But now you need to make sure there's an event system in the scene, that the camera has a raycast, physics raycaster, and then use on pointer down, and you get the event data automatically if it's actually clicking something, a collider in the child hierarchy of this object. I'm already getting that automatically because it already did the raycast for the pointer. That's what the camera graphic, the camera physics raycaster thing does. This thing. Oh, this thing. Physics raycaster. I should probably change the event mask as well. Can do that. So this might be a nice to-do thingy. But for now, let's see, floor target. Oh yeah, I wanted to get rid of my, that's good. I've got rid of all my warnings. Super important thing that I always do, get rid of all my warnings in here. I could definitely call that a Unity tip, but I mean, I've probably said it before, especially to all those who I taught in the past, but maybe especially actually to those who have been working here. Keep your, and it's not only Unity actually, it's for anything you're programming. Make sure that you don't have any warnings after compiling. If you keep the warnings in there, you will definitely run into trouble later. And I'm saying this from, well, many bad experiences. So always keep that clear. Right now I'm checking if it has a TN object. Yes, I should put it on there. Ranky TN object, and now I'm actually also going to try to see if there's a TN auto sync synchronized property transform. Nice. Okay, cool. So for transform, I'm going to sync position, just that. Also probably going to do this differently, because I'm also going to try and do some client-side prediction, which is, I think, pretty cool in this case. Only owner syncs. That's interesting. Interesting to know. Well, for now, I'm just going to see running the server scene here, and then this one should have been updated by now. Yes. Oh no, it is not. What? That is pretty weird. Frankie Blue has Unity transform. That is strange. It does save this, but somehow this does not get saved correctly or in the meta file. That does not sound right. Oh, sorry, I was already playing here. Let's see what happens. I am. Oop, there's my. All right, cool. That's actually not super cool because I still need to fix that, but that's for later. And this one I should be able. Yes, it's moving, and it did move. Damn, that's pretty nice. That works quite like instantly. Okay, so what I'm going to do. So this still is not smooth, of course, because it's syncing its position. It says 10 times per second. It doesn't look like 10 FPS, but still, not very often. First, I'm going to get rid of this error because it should only do this if there is a to control. If there is something to control. All right, but now I'm going to get into some serious server, some serious network logic. So basically, if you want to sync an object moving, you could use a rigid body and then sync position and speed, and it would be completely fine going in the right direction. I'm not using physics though. Even if I was using physics, it would still be not so a nice thing that would happen would be that I wouldn't be able to influence everything super easily. Maybe I would even be able to. No, there's some issues there, because what you want to do if you do client-side prediction, you want to actually show the situation of the objects that are not on your side. You want to show those a little bit delayed. For instance, you got a shooter and you're aiming at for like a perfect headshot or something, and you pull the trigger at the moment that just before the other player moves, and there's just that much lag that if you would sync it up with the moved player on the server, then you would actually miss them, but for you they hadn't moved, so it would have been like a clear and perfect shot. So the thing is, you show the delayed version from the server, and the server, you tell the server at what timestamp you're actually shooting, so the server gets to calculate if you're actually able to hit it. Because if you wouldn't do that on the server, you could have like cheats on the client, so you still have to do it on the server, but the client says, I'm shooting from this position that I am on now, I'm shooting on this frame, and the server can then say, okay, on that frame that the player was there, that you could actually hit him. So even if they started moving, they will still get hit. I don't know if that made any sense, but there's some nice articles. I'll put them somewhere. Yeah, I should have kind of like a page set up for all this stuff that I like collect links. I might do that. Well, for now I don't have those ready. Like, I think I don't have them open here, or do I? No. And no, neither do I have them over here. No, okay. So that's not going to happen at this point, but I will, in like next time, I guess, Tuesday or something, I'll set up those links. I'll put them somewhere. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to sync the position a number of times per second, but I'm also going to sync its move vector, so its move target. So I actually simulate all this. Oh, I'm going to simulate all this. So I'm going to look at which things I can add here in that auto sync. So character, nice. It takes. All right. So probably only the. Move vector. What move vector? That's just local, so I don't need to sync that. So I'm going to make the difference between those two now. The move target is the one I'm actually going to sync. And that means I'm going to capitalize it. And then the move vector is local. Rinky, where are you? Ah, there. Oh, it lost all of them, huh? That's very, very weird. I don't know how that happened. Move target, yes, there we are. So, really weird. Saved entry, serializable, and it has a list of saved entries. So it should serialize that. That's weird. Why doesn't it save it? Let's open this in text mode. Blah blah blah. Mesh renderer, game object, transform, mesh filter, mesh renderer. So maybe this looks like hardcore mode for Unity. It's not really that hard actually, because you just see all the objects and not all the objects, but all the components. You see them there, and I'm just looking for the one. Oh man, this is quite a long one. The one that says, what is it? TN autosync. Oops. TN auto sync. It doesn't even know about it. That's pretty insane. Why? TN autosync. This is very weird. I have saved all this. Like, you don't even get to save a prefab, so there is something very, very, very weird going on here. TN isn't even. How come it doesn't save this? It also has TN object there, so object ID of 0 means that this object must be dynamically instantiated via instantiate. Yeah, that's good. That's what I'm saying. But I really don't get why this thing does not have the TN object and the TN autosync on there. It's not saved even lately, and I am in the right one. This is so weird. Let's just add it to this one, and I'll adding it in this. Save. Going here. It is saved. something weird went on here. So TN object, no TN object. That is even stranger. Ignore warnings. Does it have? Can I just set that and maybe it doesn't? It's not called TN object. It should be so weird. It did get saved. Ignore warnings. Mono behavior. Whoa. This is super weird. Let me see. Edit script. Namespace TNet. TN object. I don't know why it doesn't save it as TN object. Anyway. So this is hardcore Unity actually. Okay, so ignore warnings is there, so it does work and actually should go into Renky Blue. Here we see that again. Updates per second. I should look for updates per second then. Updates per second. There we go. So entries. Entries is empty, and when I add entries here, transform position and character move target, save. Nothing changes. This is super frisky. Updates per second. No entries. Very, very strange. There's maybe there is something wrong here, because it seems to be only in the cache. Strange thing. It saves it here, but not on disk. Well, I might need to look into that outside of the stream. Let's see what happened here. Of course, here it's gone again, because yeah, I added them here. It's very strange. Character move target. All right. Let's see. Server scene. So hold on. Did I? As target. Oh yeah. It should have a target. That is something. Should I actually sync that? Maybe I should actually. I should sync that properly so that I can set it. Maybe. Not 100% sure yet, but then again, it's a new network library. Outranked. Character, move target, come on. What is happening here? Something going wrong with compiling? No, there we go. Right. And they're gone. Jeez. Okay, gonna look into that, but right now I'm just gonna test it because I won't. Move target and has target. Position, move target, has target. Okay. And here something did go wrong. Right, so maybe the problem with saving was actually not related to the saving. That's not nice. I should shader compiler. Why? Yeah, okay, it just has some shader compilers. This one is not responding. I don't know why, but I'm gonna end it. It's not possible. Oh, it is. It has ended. Okay, cool. Let's go back to what? Oh, there. Maybe now the non-saving serialization issue is also fixed. Maybe I should look at the example thing here. TN object. Send quickly. I could use TN behavior. Probably also handy. Yeah, that's what it says here. It's great for quick prototypes, quick prototypes. But for a full project, you probably want to write this functionality yourself. Yep. Movement examples. Yes, so I will do that later. But for now, I'm just going to see here. Position character dot move target and character heads target. It doesn't. Well, I'm not gonna use this in the end anyway, so maybe I shouldn't spend too much time trying to fix this. Insane. And here it is. Well, shoot me, I don't know. Instantiating it, it does save it. Maybe I should look at that. No, that. Servicing. Ranky Blue. It does save it over here. So there's just something wrong with my prefab there. I don't know what, but let's not stay and find out. Actually, no. I will unpack the prefab, get rid of this one completely, and make a new one. And hopefully it will save it for that one. Delete it over here. There it is, and there it is too. I don't know what happened there. Something weird. Now, let's look at this one. Yeah, it saves. What? So it wasn't related to the... Okay. That was not the plugin. It was just Unity doing something very strange. Let's see. Did I do everything I wanted to do? Yeah, I'm syncing those things. So it should now move smoothly, I think. Yes, it should move smoothly on the server thing as well. So I'm gonna try to put both of them next to each other. Bloop. Wow, that's quite big. There we go. And oof. Oh. Yes, I made a new prefab. So basically Yes, actually, this is also a client. The assigned, where am I? Scenes. The assigned prefab there is now missing because I deleted that one. Ranky blue. Save. And I'll start the server scene. I would love to have all this in one scene and figure out that way of doing it. I'll do that at some point. Yeah, should be able to run it now. Yes, there we go. Now let's see. Smooth moving. How about that? It's not starting the animation yet, but you see that the other character is just moving along in the vision of this character. So basically I could just hook up like 20 of those right now and they would still move around. That is a weird lighting effect that's happening there. Is that my fog? That might be my fog. No, because then I would see it more prominently over here. Well, that's just weird. It's something with the toon shader, I guess. And the lighting. Well, it's nice. Last thing I'm gonna do before I call it a night is to try to get that animation synced. Well, synced doesn't even need to be synced. It just needs to roll. Let's see, because right now I'm just doing that over here. So I should definitely just do that in send. Let's just check one thing out. Oh, whoops. Let's just check one thing out. Wow. If I make this into a property, will it also be able to use it from set? As target is value, and then if it is true, then I could say move to. Oh, hold on. If the value is true but has target is not, which means I'm going from not having a target to having a target, then I say animation start walk. No, walk animation and then true, and then the other way around. If not value and has target, walk animation false, and walk animation would be, now I'm getting somewhere, this animation on. So if on, then I'm going to tween the move value to 1/1 second, which might be too slow, but yeah, it's also something I'm tweaking right now. Oh, hold on. This is the target value. This is the duration. Yes. And then the off version should be that. Oh, hold on. Moving only if it exists. Yeah. Else. That, and over here I'm just going to say oh, it already does. Has target is false. We'll do that now. And that we'll do that now. that will do everything I need to do. Yeah, so I could do the same here, walk, animation, false, so not to have to go duplication. Possibly works. Let's just see if the prefab also uses. Nice. It can use properties. Good. I mean, it should, but never know. Basically, that should be enough to get the animation going. Whoop. Server started. Yes, server started. Client. Spawn this guy and let it move. Yes, there we go. This is brilliant. All right, so while over here I'm running around, over there I'm running around. And does it also stop? That's something I want to know. Yes. Perfect. Right, so game is almost done. just some logic left. Now, actually, this does make everything a lot easier. Yeah, I think it does. I mean, we need some more. What happened there? Oh well, we need some more artwork. I mean, this is just a basic guide that we started with. It was just a quick sketch that Marise made, and then just super simple animation. I mean, it already works. That's also the thing with these kind of prototypes. If you choose the right starting point, that's the same as with those kind of Ludum Dare things. If you start off with the right amount of polish for V1 just to test with, you can just skip a few phases. So if you coincidentally get it right, accidentally get it right. No, not accidentally. Coincidentally is better. You can just skip a few phases of polish, and that makes a lot of difference if you want to create a great game quickly. So especially in Ludum Dare kind of situation, but also of course when making a game like this, because we had this idea that this would be great while people are still all working at home and studying at home, but it won't. So if the client closes, the server does not. It does not kill that object, but it does get disconnected message there, so it's all going to be fine. This actually, I get now why this networking library got such good reviews on the asset store, because it is indeed very simple to use and it seems pretty robust so far. Next time I'll get into those syncing things, like actually doing some prediction. Not even sure that I should for this game, but I want to try it anyway, because this game doesn't have a high amount of action, like really not. But I still want to try that because of our other game that we're gonna do that for. I know I've got one of the interns who is maybe watching now. Yes, Luca. Hey, you might want to check out Tuesday night, because then I'm gonna try that thing, and that might be a nice start for your research. If you're gonna do that anyway. It depends who is gonna do it. Yeah, I think for now it's getting a bit late for me, so I'm gonna definitely commit this stuff, and then let's look through all this, see if I've done something weird here. Nope. World.dat. That's interesting. So it doesn't save the server there, it does save local. Super interesting. I should not stage that, I guess. Well. Yep. Commit and committing all this. So that's it. Yes. It's working synchronization or synchronization with a Z for to character. Nice. And I did a lot more, but it's all related to that. Cool. Yeah, with that I am going to finish it off. So thank you very much for watching. It was a nice session, I think, but I mean, I hope you could just follow it and take something from it. Yeah, if you like this, please like, follow, subscribe, whatever you didn't do yet on your respective platforms. And also, if you did not do this yet, but I mean, there's only one here who did, but if you want to support us, we're a small indie company. We don't have a lot of funding. We actually don't have funding. We have some projects now and then to get, like, to pay the office and stuff like that. But actually want to support us, then you can become a patron on Patreon. Our links are in the description on YouTube and in our profile on Twitch. Yes, thank you for watching, Luca. I will see you tomorrow indeed. And then yeah, that's kind of it. I always end with a bit of music. This one is from the Ludum Dare game that I made, what is it, already 2 weeks ago? Yeah, voting is still going on, so we'll see how well I did. I did pretty well for, well, what I think myself, like how it went. It was very, very nice. So by now I am going to say goodbye with this music. It's very short, but it's made for Ludum Dare in a short time. See you on Tuesday for the next one. Bye bye.